Let's turn to India now. Have you ever seen advertisements for mutual funds? Well, chances are you have. It's impossible to miss them on TV. So what is it that stood out for you? It's always a man who gets the investment advice. Very rarely is it a woman. Perhaps our ad gurus should think about changing that because India's investment landscape is changing. Let me show you the data from NSE, that's the National Stock Exchange. Almost 25% of the investors in India's stock market are women. This number has risen 6.8 times since 2015. It was around 22% in 2022, and this is a very impressive figure. It means 1 in 4 investors is a woman. Delhi leads the trend with 30% participation, Maharashtra is second with 28%, and Tamil Nadu is third with over 27%. And these states are doing pretty well. But some like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar are not. In UP, women investors make up just 18% of the total. In Bihar, they make up only 15%. And that's where work needs to be done. Tonight, let's take a closer look at these numbers. Why are they significant? Why have they risen? And what should we do next? It is significant because of the context. Globally, investment has been a male-dominated field. In India, even more so. Men are seen as the decision makers when it comes to investment. But that's not the only reason. To invest, you need money. Indian women own less than 30% of the national wealth. This is much lower than the global average, which is over 40%. Both these reasons kept Indian women away from the stock market, conservative thought and lack of funds. So what is changing now? For starters, more women are earning money. Look at the labour participation rate for women. It was 23% in 2017. It rose to more than 41% in 2023. More women earners equals more likely investors. So that is one reason. Beyond that, interest in the markets is rising anyway. More and more Indians are putting their money in stocks. Just look at the number of demat accounts. These are special accounts that you need to buy and hold stocks, demat accounts. India had just 39 million demat accounts in 2019. Now we have 185 million. As they say, the rising tide lifts all boats. Which brings us to the final question. What is the next goal? Obviously, to go even higher. Women must make up more than half of all investors. Only then can we bridge the wealth gap. But how do we do that? The first priority is to improve financial literacy. Only 21% Indian women are financially literate, but the global average is 30%. So clearly there is scope to improve here. Earning alone is not a guarantee that you will invest. If you don't know about it, investing can be intimidating. Look at this report from 2023. It said that 49% Indian women were not investing. These are people who earn money, yet they did not invest their funds anywhere. Compare this to the United States, where 71% of the women are invested. So financial literacy is very important. Equally important is breaking stereotypes and myths. Men don't have a biological advantage in investments. That is a myth. It is just conditioning and access to knowledge. Our ads and campaigns have reinforced those false beliefs. Changing them could make a big difference. We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Pretty measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote effort. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.